are back. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a fabulous interior designer, and I am so excited to have her here. She has been on the front cover of 3 lifestyle magazines, which are in Houston, Fort Bend, and Katy, and it is just phenomenal. When you see her work, you're going to know what I'm talking about. Plus, she has been featured in the on the cover, of Coastal Living magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a fabulous interior designer, Miss Victoria Cohen. I am so happy to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Houston Draperies and how you got started and what's happening with it. I'm so excited.
Well, it actually started with fashion.
Okay.
I'm a fashion designer by trade.
Okay.
As a little girl, I've always been fascinated by color, texture, and things like that.
Okay.
And I love fabric.
Okay.
I started back in 1996 at the community college in downtown. And it kind of evolved. I was introduced by one of the teachers to take some drapery classes.
Okay.
So that's how I was introduced into interior design. And it kind of evolved it took off from there. Fashion in Houston at that time, there was nothing happening.
There was nothing happening. I can vouch for that.
Yes.
Yes.
I always stood out like a sore thumb.
You
I
weren't
was
the
always
only one.
very fashionable, and people were not into fashion at
No,
that time.
they weren't.
So it was very difficult. I started taking classes, drapery classes, and I started doing work for Ralph Lauren in the Galleria.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because when I read your bio on your website, I saw that you had made mention to that. Your bio is very interesting.
Thank you.
Very nice. And as a matter of fact, you and I met about 2 years ago. It's been about 2 years since we. It's been longer than that.
Yes.
My God,
2012.
the time has flown
Yes.
by.
So that's 3 years ago.
It's been 3
Yeah.
years ago. But I also knew that when the first time I saw you, I said to myself, this girl has something going on. And I could see it in your personality, the way you carried yourself and everything. And then later on, someone else told me, you know, Victoria is a designer. I was like, what? You know, and I was like, I knew it was something about her. So when you told me about Houston Draperies, when you finally came out and you told me, you said, yeah, I have a business, it's called Houston Draperies. I was like, okay, I need to go online and check this out. And then I went online and I went, OMG. Wow. And so what's been going on with you and Houston Draperies now? What are you doing for the summer and what's happening?
Well, for the summer, I can say that blues are back.
Okay.
Good to
I don't know if you guys remember that denim look with Ralph Lauren.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It's definitely coming back.
Okay.
So blues are in, and the way I work, I try to get to know the person and their personality. I don't like to impose a look.
Okay.
Per se. So everybody has, I like color myself, so
Yeah.
I like oranges and different yellows and blues, primary colors.
Right.
So anything
Exactly.
goes.
Anything goes. And you know, we do have some of your work that we would like to show and talk to you about. Victoria, as you can see on our monitor here, Victoria has some fabulous, fabulous rooms. And these rooms were also featured in the magazines, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, why don't you pick one of them and tell us a little bit about it? Maybe this one, the room with the drapes around the bed.
This one right here? The canopy bed?
the canopy bed. Why don't you tell us about that and
Okay.
how you came to be inspired to do that?
Actually,
for
that
us?
was the house that was featured in the Coastal Living magazine. It was a Galveston house. So it was a very relaxed look, very neutral colors. And we actually built the canopy and we used rope. We wanted
Wow.
to have a very relaxed look.
And it looks great. And you know what? I especially love that media room. And was it all the husbands doing on the media room, or was it the wife, or both?
Both, of course, guys have to have their their TV room, man cave.
Yes, definitely.
So she wanted it to be very fashionable, and we picked the color
Okay.
gray to be throughout the
There it is,
room.
Okay.
So
And tell me about this beautiful, the blue room. That's what I called it. Once I received the pictures,
It's
I was
gorgeous.
like, this is amazing. I would have never have thought to put a room together like that.
It
I
really
am
stands
so
out.
contemporary when it comes to interior design.
actually, it was funny because she needed help picking out a color for the walls,
Okay.
and I suggested gray. And she has a lot of heavy antique wood furniture, and she was like, "Are you sure gray is gonna go with this because of the warm colors?" And I was like, "Gray is what is used to display art. It's a neutral color. It's not going to take away. It's going to contrast with
Okay.
with the warm colors." And it was perfect. It was beautiful.
Wow.
So I was very
Amazing.
pleased.
It's
with it.
amazing.
gorgeous.
This one, I love this room. I love the light that is coming in. And how long would it take you to do a room that size?
Well, it depends. Once the fabric is in stock, we work fairly quick. It could be about 3-week turnaround.
Okay,
That's
So
pretty
that's
good.
yeah, it's pretty good.
that's pretty
Good
good.
timing.
And do you work alone, or do you have a team, or?
I do have a workroom. I have some great people,
Okay.
and
And do you want to tell the audience where your workroom is located, just in case?
yeah, my
Okay.
office is at 701 West Gray. It's off of Montrose on West Gray.
Okay. And why don't you go ahead and tell them about your hours and how they can possibly contact you. Do you prefer that they contact you through your website to make an appointment?
Yeah, you could. I do work by appointment only, so you can call me, email me, and then we can take it from there. I like to come out to the house to get a feel of what we're working with, and then make suggestions.
Okay. And why don't you go ahead on and give them your website address?
It's HoustonDraperies.com.
And Victoria, you have been a delight, and I'm so glad that you
Thank you
came.
for having me.
You're
You're so
welcome.
sweet.
I know your work
And
is
for more,
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
yes, it is. And I'm just so honored to know this girl. So for more information on Victoria Cohen and Houston Draperies, just you can go into the carolscottshow.com, and I will have her linked to our website, and you can find her there. And thank you again for coming.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
We'll be right back.